Have you ever said it gently, firmly, or even desperately? Calm down, and instead of helping, everything got worse. Your child cried harder, yelled louder, shut down completely, and you stood there thinking, why didn't that work? I was trying to help. Here's the truth many parents aren't told. For autistic kids, calm down often isn't just unhelpful. It can be neurologically impossible in that moment, not because they won't, not because they don't want to, but because their nervous system can't. Many parents are taught that calming down is a choice, something a child should be able to do if they just try hard enough. But for autistic and neurodivergent kids, regulation doesn't work that way. This isn't about being permissive, it's about being effective. Ready? Because this is Kind Parent Collective. Less perfect parent, more real one. Calm down assumes control that isn't there. The phrase calm down assumes that a child has access to control in that moment. It assumes they can pause, assess their feelings, and make a deliberate choice to regulate themselves. But during overwhelm, an autistic child's nervous system may already be in fight, flight, or freeze. When the body enters survival mode, the thinking brain goes offline, language processing drops, and emotional regulation becomes inaccessible. In those moments, calming down isn't a choice. It's a capacity issue. This isn't defiance or resistance. It's physiology doing exactly what it's designed to do under stress. Autistic nervous systems process stress differently. Autistic nervous systems often process the world with more intensity and less filtering. Sensory input can stack quickly, transitions can feel heavier, and emotional experiences can linger longer than they do for neurotypical children. By the time a meltdown or shutdown is visible on the outside, the nervous system has often been overwhelmed for quite some time. So when a parent says calm down, it doesn't reduce the overload. It adds another demand to an already maxed out system. What looks sudden from the outside is usually the result of cumulative stress inside. Why calm down can feel like pressure or threat. Even when said gently, calm down can be interpreted by a stressed brain as pressure. To an autistic child who is already overwhelmed, the phrase may sound like,
"You're doing this wrong. You're too much."
or
"Stop feeling what you're feeling."
the nervous system doesn't hear reassurance, it hears urgency. And urgency, even well-intended, can increase dysregulation. Instead of settling the body, it often pushes it further into survival mode. Regulation is not a verbal process. One of the biggest misconceptions in parenting is the idea that regulation happens through words. While language is powerful, regulation starts in the body, not in conversation. Before a child can reflect, reason, or respond, their body needs to feel safe. Telling a child to calm down skips over the physical experience entirely and jumps straight to expectation. But without bodily safety, words simply can't land the way we hope they will. Why kids often calm down later, but not now. Many parents notice that their child eventually calms down and wonder why it couldn't happen sooner. This can lead to the belief that the child could have calmed down all along if they had tried harder. But what usually happens is that the environment changes, sensory input decreases, demands are removed, and the nervous system naturally begins to settle. The calm comes not because the child was told to calm down, but because the conditions finally allowed regulation to return. Timing, not willingness, is the difference. What happens when we keep repeating it? When calm down doesn't work, it's natural for parents to repeat it. Sometimes it gets louder, firmer, or paired with consequences. Unfortunately, repetition often increases pressure rather than relief. For a dysregulated nervous system, this added pressure can escalate the situation, leading to bigger meltdowns, deeper shutdowns, or a breakdown in trust. The child isn't ignoring the words, their system simply can't absorb them yet. Meltdowns are not teaching moments. During a meltdown, The brain is not in a state where learning can happen. There is no space for reflection, problem solving, or emotional insight. Even the most thoughtful explanations won't land because the nervous system is focused on survival. The goal in these moments isn't teaching or correcting behavior, it's safety and stabilization. Teaching comes later, when the brain is calm enough to receive it. What autistic kids actually need instead. Instead of being told to calm down, autistic kids often need fewer words and less demand. They may need reduced sensory input, predictable presence, or simply time. Sometimes regulation looks like sitting quietly nearby without asking questions or giving instructions. Often, the most helpful thing a parent can do is less, not more. When pressure drops, regulation has space to return. Why your calm matters more than your words. Children co-regulate through nervous systems, not lectures. Your breathing, posture, and tone communicate safety more clearly than any sentence ever could. A calm presence tells the child's nervous system that the environment is safe enough to begin settling. You don't need to fix the emotion or make it disappear. You just need to be steady next to it. What to say instead of calm down. If words are needed, phrases that remove demand are often more effective. Statements like,
I'm here. We can pause.
Or,
You're safe.
Don't require the child to do anything. They don't ask for regulation, they invite it. These kinds of phrases allow the nervous system to settle without feeling pressured to perform calmness. When silence is the best support. Sometimes even supportive words can feel like too much. Silence can be deeply regulating when it's calm, non-threatening, and non-abandoning. Sitting nearby without talking sends a powerful message. You're not alone, and nothing is being demanded of you right now. For many autistic kids, this kind of quiet presence is exactly what helps the nervous system begin to reset. This doesn't mean you're allowing harmful behavior. Letting go of the phrase calm down doesn't mean ignoring boundaries or safety. It means choosing timing intentionally. You can still address behavior, teach coping skills, and set limits, just not in the middle of dysregulation. Discipline without regulation doesn't teach skills, it overwhelms the nervous system and delays learning. What kids learn when we stop saying calm down. When children are supported rather than pressured during hard moments, they learn that emotions are survivable and support is available. They begin to trust their own body signals and learn over time how regulation feels. Ironically, removing pressure often leads to stronger self-regulation skills, not weaker ones. Long-term impact on trust and communication. When children feel emotionally safe during their most difficult moments, trust grows. And when trust grows, communication improves. Meltdowns may shorten, repair may happen faster, and the relationship feels more secure. This doesn't happen because children are controlled. It happens because they are supported. If calm down hasn't been working in your home, it doesn't mean you're failing. And it doesn't mean your child is choosing chaos. It means their nervous system needs support before words can land. Please like, share, and subscribe if you think this video was helpful. Remember, if today was rough, you still did enough. Catch you on the next one.